And hello, everybody. Robert Aducci here, and we are going to continue our flip through of the Gods of Aventuria book. First off, I want to say congratulations for Tayo and Eric for running a great campaign. We ended up with over 60,000 and over 300, well over 300 backers. Let me go check that out to see where we're at again. But we definitely, 325 backers, $64,000, which is great. We bypassed all of our goals. And, there's been some conversation about like whether this was how this crowdfunding rates compared to other ones that we've done and compared to just what's going on in the industry right now. And I think for where we're at with this game, this is great. It raised more money than we have previously. Some people were commenting how there's less backers, and that is true. But, we live in strange times right now. And I think we can definitely call this a success. We're really pushing, this one sort of last crowdfunding for the first set of books of Gods of Aventuria, of the Dark Eye. And this kind of wraps up the sort of core books that not that you need to play, but that sort of really round out the game setting. And then next we're starting our next crowdfunding for it is going to be the starter set and the revised box, and Intimacy is coming along, and there's some other ones that we've got in the works, but this is going to be the next one is going to be really where we do a huge push, and hopefully you all can help us really do a huge push for the box set and the revised core book. The beginner's box set and the revised core book. But for now, we are going to continue our read through of chapter 5. Actually, we're not really doing a read through. We're doing more of a flip through, just to kind of give you an idea of what you're going to see. So there might be, some page XX things in here, and, this isn't a completely finished book yet. They're still doing layout. They're still doing a few things here and there. All the major text, of course, is translated already. So let's continue on with professions. So we're on page 185 of this 240-page PDF. And let's see how far we get through it. Maybe if there's anything you really want to see me read, go ahead and just shout it out in the chat there, and I'll take a look at it. So just different descriptions, like what the professions mean, what everything in them means. Blessed professions, Alvernian deities. So these are all the major blessed ones. There's Prios, Rondra. Kind of has their package, what their equipment might be. Everything that you get for being a blessed one is here. Some alternates that you can have: honor, traditionalist, salutist, blessed one of effort, blessed one of Travia. Hey, Trash Cafe says the Amazons would be an interesting thing to cover if they are in this book. All right, we'll see. Blessed Run of Raja. All right, we'll take a look and see what's there. Blessed Run of Boron. A little dark. I like it. Blessed Run of Sinde. Firun. Nice. Sa. Self-Destruct says the professions are the first thing I flip through when I get the new German Dark Eye book, because the professions are what players can point at and say, I want to play this. Yeah, for sure. The Blessed One of Fex. Parain. The variants are Healer and Sower. Ingrim, God of the Forge. I like unsuitable advantages, pleasant smelling. That's funny. Here's Raja that you're looking for. Madman of Arkham. Oops. It says, as the goddess of love, Raja enriches the lives of almost all Adventurians with her gifts, be they physical love, the joy of celebration, good wine, or a faithful horse. Blessed ones of Raja possess an easygoing nature, a deep spirituality, and a great sense of self-control, and they commit their lives to joy and happiness. Of course, these traits are not ends unto themselves, rather, they bring people closer to their goddess and help them lead others to her. Her blessed one's beauty and charisma reflects Raja's nature. I wonder how these professions differ from those listed in the core rules, Trashkoff asks. It's a good question. We can go back and look here. So let's look. So this is the Blessed One of Raja. Let me go grab my core book real quick. Real fast. All right. Let's see. Flipping through the core book here. I could just pull it up, but I just want to do it real fast this way. Professions, traditions. Raja is not English, so let's look at. What was the last one? Let's just look at the next one. Oh, there's the demigods. Ring. Doesn't seem that exciting though. Here we go, Fex. Alright. So here's the Blessed One of Fex. So Fex is on 319 in the core book. So it's got some special abilities. So this is not the same. This is not the... Let's see. The traditions are kind of what I'm looking at now. So hold on, that's not what we're looking for. Professions, Blessed Professions, 153. Let's see what we can find here. All right, so there's the Priest of Boron, Hysinde Parain. Oh yeah, same images too. Andra. All right, let's look at effects. Here we go. All right, so let's look in the same special abilities, languages and literacy, totaling 8 adventure points. Skill specializations, religions, daggers 10 skills. Yeah, so it's looking like it's the same. Liturgical chants, 12 blessings, blessed object, falling into nothing, moon's gaze, quicksilver, without a sound, suggested advantages. Yeah, so it looks like they're the same. Yeah, I think it just kind of reprints it, and then I think that it's gonna just has it there for completion's sake and for so you don't have to keep looking into 2 books. All right, let's go back here. Blessed One Professions, demigods. Blessed One of Avis. Blessed One of Ilfern. Blessed Ones of Kor. Nandus. Swafnir. Order professions. Here's the Amazons. Somebody was asking. Trashkoff, I want to see the... Oh no, that was Trashkoff. Someone had said they wanted to see the Amazons. Oh yeah, that was Trashkoff. So here it goes. says many legends tell of Randra's warrior maidens and their deeds in battle. In fact, the Amazons see themselves as Randra's chosen people. While in combat, they come closer to the goddess's ideal warriors than any man could, and no man is allowed in the Amazons' remote castles. Yashina in the Dragon Stones and Keshal Randra in Rashtul's Wall. If an Amazon gives birth to a boy, they give the child to the peasants in the area to raise. The members of the female-only order dedicate their lives to preparing for battle and fighting enemies who blaspheme against Randra, such as the demonic servants of Tobrian and Firkinus and Novati and Rashtul's Wall. Their goals are to perfect their body control on horseback and on the ground. Amazons have few contacts outside their community before they leave their castle. An honorable party of heroes can be a great boon, though it does take time for Amazons to accept mages and those who follow other religions, especially males. The Amazon warrior maidens are the typical members of the Amazonian order. Each Amazon trains as a warrior from birth or is accepted into the community for her combat abilities. Nevertheless, there are also those who excel as scouts or perfect combat with the bow. Blessed ones of Randra among the Amazons are called sword lionesses, though they do not recognize the Adventurian Church of Randra. Rather, they follow their own interpretation of the faith. Equipment and garb. An Amazon's gear is almost as legendary as the order itself. Their short cuirasses show off their female form, and their helmets are adorned with horsehair. They carry excellent Amazon sabers and ride Amazon horses, both of which are pleasing to Randra and valuable. Besides their cavalry sabers, Amazons also trust in their short bows. There's the package, 290 adventure points. Some prerequisites, special abilities, inured to encumbrance, mounted combat, onslaught. Combat techniques, bows, brawling, polearms, shields, swords. Let's see, in the chat, talking about it doesn't have any new liturgies from the Gods book and the professions. It didn't look like it. They might be in other sections, I'm not sure. Let's see, suggested advantages, suggested disadvantages. Personality flaw, prejudice against men. Unsuitable advantages, none. Unsuitable disadvantages, sensitive to pain, slow variants. Scouts, archers, and Amazonian blessed ones of Randra are variants. Pretty cool. The Draconites. What are Draconites? Draconites are an eclectic order of the Church of Hesinde. Blessed ones in the sacred branch make up about 2/3 of their members. The remainder are mages in the arcane branch and scholars and fighters in the mundane branch. The Iron Serpents are a group of Draconite secret agents, originally founded in the Horasian Empire. The Draconites are quite common even today and have houses called hordes throughout Adventuria. These houses are not connected to temples, but they believe it is their task to gather and spread knowledge to all. Unlike traditional blessed ones of Hesinde, Draconites also fight to punish and prevent the abuse of knowledge, combating enemies of the faith and securing dangerous writings and artifacts. They stand somewhere between the Satori and the Pastori schools of thought in the Hesinde Church, dividing knowledge into that which is helpful and that which is harmful. Draconites' obligations are to their order, the Magister of Magisters, and their own standards. They know their words and deeds are recorded in the order's chronicles and history books, and they shall be judged accordingly. Because they enjoy an effective cooperation with adventurers, the Order of Draconites often delegates tasks and sends a member of their order with an adventuring party. That's pretty cool. Golgarites. The Order of St. Golgari. So this is like a Boron. They follow Boron, looks like. Are obligated to Boron in the mysteries of their order. It's pretty cool looking, kind of like a paladin in other games. Blessed one of the nameless one. You're missing your nose. It's a great image though. guys got all the rats. Yeah, players who want to play a paladin stereotype might want to play a Golgorite. Yeah, kind of seem like that. Blessed Ones of the Nameless One. Blessed Ones of the Nameless One create great conflict potential within an adventuring party. If they remain faithful to their god, they are the anti-heroes at best. If a player wants to play such a character, they should first discuss it with the group. Blessed Ones of the Nameless One are best suited for parties that follow special concepts, however. You can make use of the stats as inspiration for other NPCs. Here's all the list of them and how much they cost. As you can see, no page numbers at the moment, but that'll get filled out. And then we have archetypes. This chapter presents 8 ready-to-play archetypes constructed using the rules of character creation with an experience level of experienced. They supplement the archetypes from the core rules and showcase the many options for blessed professions listed in this book, such as various blessed ones and members of orders like the Amazons, Golgorites, and Draconites. Blessed Ones of the Nameless must sacrifice a body part to become Blessed Ones. I guess that makes sense why he's missing his nose. Blessed Ones of Swafnia from Prem. He's a Thorwaller. The Amazon from Yashina. The Kuslik Draconites. I like that. That's pretty cool. Got his staff is nice. A Middenrealmer Eurasian Draconite. The Golgorite from the Raven Marches. The Blessed One of Raja from Belhanka. Mage's staffs are really an art form in itself. Yeah, I really like the way the Dark Eye does the Mage's staffs. It's very cool. Blessed One of Fex. The Madani Blessed One of Kor. Nice. The Cyclopean Blessed One of Aves. The Horn of the Golden Legion. Wonder what this is. Looks like a little short story. And then we're into the appendixes. So we're actually cruising through this pretty quickly. So if there's anything that you guys want me to go back, we're now into the appendixes, but if they're appendices, I guess, if you want me to read anything or to go back and look at it, let me know. Self-Destruct says the Cyclopean is basically ancient Greece, yeah. So here's some advantages. Acolyte, Preacher, many sermons, many visions, visionary. New disadvantages, fewer sermons, fewer visions. New advantages overview. So there's just a few of those. Trashkoff says, I like how the archetypes have a short story that ties them all together. Yeah, that seems cool. New combat techniques, slings. Special combat abilities for slings. That's cool. Amazon styles, Golgorite styles. What does that do? Golgorites specialize in fighting from horseback, using their raven's beak for precise attacks. The combination of their raven's beaks and shields makes them well equipped against enemy attacks. Rules. When fighting against enemies on the ground while mounted, the hero's attack bonus for the advantageous position increases by +2 to the total of +4. In addition, the character also receives +1 parry when mounted. Nice. Extended liturgical special abilities, frontal attack, powerful sweep, special shield thrush. Prerequisites, courage 1. Combat techniques, impact weapons, only Raven's Beak, shields, only the Great Shield while mounted. Cost 10 adventure points. The Manticore style. The Blessed Ones of Kor like to use the Manticore style to deal especially horrible wounds and finish off their opponents. Rules. When rolling a critical success while attacking with Kor's spear, roll the d6 for damage dice twice and apply the better result. Nice. Extended liturgical special abilities, impale, wide swing, and windmill. Yeah, that is true. That could be a typo. Should be like 13 or something. I thought that was like some sort of special ability, but yeah, now I see it's for stats. So that was what? The Golgorite? Yeah. Let me just copy that here and mark it. Courage 1 seems off. All right. Yeah, it should be 13. Advanced special combat abilities. Frontal assault, high blade, jump attack, shield slam, mighty sweep, wide swing, basic maneuver. Some warriors capitalize on the reach of their weapons by swinging them in a wide arc. Make an attack with a penalty of -2 to increase a weapon's reach category by 1 level and inflict +1 damage point until the end of the combat round. Nice. Windmill special maneuver. Nail to the ground. Animal and monster special abilities. Nice. Pounce. Some creatures try to pounce on their opponents and knock them to the ground. Rules. Pounce attacks suffer a penalty of 4. The target may defend in the usual way. If the defense check fails, the target falls to the ground and suffers the state of prone. The attack does 1d3 damage points instead of the normal damage, but the creature winds up sitting on the target, which grants an advantageous position. To get out from under the creature, spend an action and make a competitive feat of strength lifting check with a penalty of 1 per full 100 pounds of the creature's weight. To escape and stand up at the same time, apply an additional penalty of 3 to the check. A failed pounce attack grants the target an attack of opportunity. Penalty is -4. Nice. Some new equipment. It's like there's some anointing oil, ashes, blessed water, blood for the nameless one, cherry blossoms, feathers, clerical books. You can get the Vaticums. Ceremonial items, new weapons and armor. Close combat weapons. Firun's knife, the nameless sacrificial dagger, the basilisk tongue. I like how the nameless sacrificial dagger has a name. It's called the basilisk tongue. It's funny. Ingram's hammer, Raven's beak, the sun scepter. Combat techniques, two-handed swords, Randra's crest. Efford's armor, Ilfern's armor. Yeah, there's the Amazon armor someone was talking about before. Strength ratings for tiny characters. Nice. So a tiny creature's strength, if their strength is 15, it's equivalent to a 5 on a human. New states. Swarms. Nice. extended liturgical special abilities and liturgical styles. I'm not sure what does this mean exactly. I'm not sure what I'm looking at. Intimidating rebuke, change of the rat. Companions were good. Checklist for opposite rules. I really like this. There's only 2 here, but like in the main book, there's a whole like a page or something of this checklist, and I really like that because you could, it gives you a way to both like, change your game to how you want it to play, and make sure that the players know which rules you're using. So I like that. And this would be just the index and whatnot. So that's about it for the Gods of Aventuria. It's a great book. As I was reading it the other day, I was saying I was super excited to kind of use some of this content. If there's anything you want me to read, shout it out in the chat right now, and we'll take a look at it. There's the credits of the book. If there's still too much time, aside from the Professions, Chapter 2 has some interesting stuff. Yeah. We can definitely go back. Cause last on Monday, I was just sort of kind of plowing through it. I was thinking I was going to get through all of it, but I only got through like half of it. So again, if there's anything anybody wants me to check out, let me know. Any specific blessed ones or movements or liturgies or anything, I'll take a moment to read them. Again, I just want to say, like, I really like this, the way they have like these different rules and different focus rules, and they kind of tell you about them, so like you can use them if you want. If you want your game to be a little bit more complicated or less complicated, and they call them out, which is nice. It's really cool. Getting back into the traditions. Church of Prios. I just really like how it just goes into so much detail about each of the churches. It has their overviews. I really like their titles and ranks and symbols and all this stuff is really cool. Definitely adds whole nother layer to Blessed Ones. So if that's looks like just got a few viewers right now, but if you guys if nobody has anything specifically you want me to take a look at, I think we'll call it there for the day. On Friday, in a couple days, I will be probably switching over to the Fading Suns universe book that was released to backers. It's kind of like this one. It's not actually, I think that one might be complete. But I'm going to switch to that, and we'll start reading through that in preparation for next week's Heretical Musings show, where we're going to start going through that book, talking about it, answering your questions. So if you are a Fading Suns backer, definitely join us. Join me on Friday, and then join us on Tuesday. I'm going to start producing the Heretical Musings show, so there'll be a little bit more back and forth, and a little bit more. Hopefully, the visuals will be a little stepped up, as well as we'll be able to do what we're doing right now, and kind of go through the PDF and things like that. So I guess that's about it for now. Oh, I really want you guys to, if you have not already seen it, go to our YouTube channel, check out the Ulysses Worlds from last Thursday, where we had Marcus Plotz, our CEO, there. And it's a great example of Marcus talking about, how he got in the industry, how Ulysses has sort of expanded, how we got into making games, and which I really enjoyed listening to how we got each of the games. So like what happened, how did we end up getting Torg? How did we end up getting Space 1889? How did we end up getting all these games? And Marcus tells some great stories about them. So definitely check that out on the YouTube channel. And then also check us out tomorrow for the next Ulysses Worlds. We're gonna feature Lehman Crafton, who's one of our freelancers for Torg Eternity. So he's gonna be talking about his work on the Tharkold stuff. And he lived in Russia for a while, so he has a lot of direct experience, and so his insights into Russia and Tharkold are really interesting. So he's going to be on with us tomorrow at 9 a.m. Pacific on Ulysses Worlds. So for Robert Aducci, I'm Robert Aducci for Ulysses International. Thanks and have a good day. Bye.